Welcome back to the Uncle Bob Crypto Podcast 009, and I'm here with Rick Schmitz, the CEO of LTO Network. A little bit about Rick. He used to have an 80-hour-a-week job as an M&A tax lawyer at PwC. And then he decided to start his first company. After a successful exit, he got hooked into tech. And in 2014, he started with the journey that resulted in LTO Network, the first private permissionless blockchain in the world. LTO Network is a hybrid blockchain solution that connects to your existing systems to enable efficient collaboration on complex multi-stakeholder processes, such as international waste transportation, track and trace of consumer goods, inspections of oil terminals and aircrafts, providing data integrity to digital signature applications and document management systems. Rick, welcome to the podcast.
Yes, hey man, how you doing?
Yeah, how are you doing? How are you buzzed? Are you feeling a buzz because of today and all of the bullishness?
Yeah, it's quite exciting to see crypto market coming back alive. Of course, there's a lot of new money flowing into Bitcoin. I think that is because of basically people are getting afraid of what is going to happen with their savings and what the actual value of fiat currency will be when all the central banks worldwide decided to print an extra $1 trillion. So yeah, I think it's a great opportunity for crypto these days. We see banks, also the wealthy client banks, publishing to their wealthy clients that they're going to shift strategy, pumping money into digital assets, land, and physical gold. So I think there will come a great time for crypto again, and hopefully we see that 2017-18 era again.
Wow. Yeah. Tell me what you know. You must have a little bit of an inside track there. Where did you find out about this, about the banks? Is this actually on record that they're going to be, which banks in particular?
Oh yeah, I know UBS sent this to his wealthy clients. Not that I am one, but my friends work there. So yeah, I got the inside memo that was sent to the wealthy clients. So yeah, it was like a shift in strategy, land, digital assets, and physical gold. So yeah, that was quite interesting to see. This was posted, I think a while back. It was 2 months ago already. But this shows the investment strategy changing of the big banks with the deeper knowledge, of course. So yeah, it's interesting to see it finally happening as well.
It is. And do you know what? In a time when I guess banks are just printing money out of thin air, and obviously the inflationary consequences of that, we have Bitcoin, 22 million coins going through its halving, which is a deflationary event.
Yeah, I know.
You couldn't be better placed, is what I'm trying to say. And you know what? You're actually doing, we did speak briefly yesterday. You're doing some really exciting stuff, aren't you?
Yeah, definitely. Like we already started back in 2014. So we were looking into smart contracts when the ICO Ethereum was. My previous business, firm24.com, basically incorporated companies. And we thought, can we not incorporate a company through a smart contract? Because basically it's like workflow software where you can have multiple stakeholders sharing data and business logic. So we thought, like, let's play around with Ethereum and see if it works for the purpose that we wanted to use it for. But it didn't. Like, okay, this data is all on chain. We cannot do this from a privacy regulation perspective. So we said, okay, let's build something ourselves. And then we came up with the concept live contracts, which is basically it only shares the process logic and data through private workflows, like miniature private chains. So only the parties that are involved actually get a copy of the data to their node. But sometimes that's only 2 parties, right? And then you need to safeguard that data integrity. And that's how we do that. Like we make of every block within the private chain, we anchor the block transaction on the public chain. And that's how you become a public but permissionless private chain, because everybody can spin up a node in the public part, but you cannot participate in the private chain unless you're invited by a counterparty that started this workflow.
Interesting. So it brings me on to my next question: privacy and LTO network. What do those two words mean to you together?
Yeah, that's really important. That was our focus. Of course, I was a lawyer before, so and you will never lose that concept in your head. So when I saw privacy regulations like GDPR, the right to be forgotten, these things were already in draft way before Ethereum did its ICO, and nobody actually knew what is going to happen with blockchain, and how big the impact actually is on the openness and the transparency of blockchain. People love transparency, but companies and governments don't want transparency. Like they are in need of the regulation, and you don't want to have all your data private. So we made a blockchain where you can have privacy by design. So every workflow is designed to be private by its nature.
That's great. I mean, really exciting stuff. And you're talking about governments there. Am I able to ask you about the UN rumor that you might be?
Yeah. That's kind of
Come on.
true. Yeah, that's kind of true.
I believe I've got the inside scoop here.
Yeah, you got a scoop here, definitely. Actually, the United Nations is publishing our app called 1.5. It got released today on the Play Store, and it will be released tomorrow in the App Store of Apple. Yeah, it's quite a thing because everybody was blocking COVID-19 apps, like everybody. Like it was impossible to release one. But we came up with a really simple solution. So like workers from companies and people in supermarkets can keep distance of 1.5 meters or 2 meters when you're in the US. We made a simple application that can safeguard that, and it can warn people that you're coming within parameters, like in proximity. And you can measure the proximity of where it goes wrong in, let's say, toilet building, or like in toilets when you're in a building where you're working in. So it's a really simple app, and it basically protects people. And so the UN said, can we have this app, and can we release it globally so we can do something good for the world? And we of course said, let's do that together. So yeah, it's a great thing. Big PR coming out tomorrow and the day after on this.
Wow. I mean, well done. To be honest,
yeah,
you can't get bigger than that. Yeah, I mean, that's really incredible news. I mean, in second place, sorry, Matic, I believe you also made a deal with Matic. Now, Matic actually, for me, are one of the most exciting companies in crypto on the blockchain. They are constantly trying to make new partnerships, do deals. They're hugely ambitious and expansive, and I believe you've also just done a deal with Matic.
Yeah, definitely. So Matic is a great partnership for us. First of all, we're tapping into an Indian community, which is great for us. There are a lot of businesses in India that are thriving fast. You have a lot of supply chains coming from India, and that's where the match is with Matic. So what we are strong is in supply chain kind of workflows, where data is flowing from one party to another, and where multiple check-ins need to happen. And these check-ins, like in a physical world, they happen through QR codes. And we partnered with ScanTrust and Captions and other parties on that. But there's one vital element sometimes missing to safeguard those, to protect the assets behind those QR codes. So we give them NFTs, like non-fungible tokens. So if you connect a non-fungible token to a physical product which has a QR code attached to it, it can transfer from one hand to the other until it's at the final customer, and he can see, okay, I have this non-fungible token, and this proves my asset, that I'm the possessor of this asset. And that's super new concept, and it solves a direct problem that you cannot copy these QR codes, and that you can issue multiple fake products, for instance. So I think that's a great bridge of our tech with their tech, bringing basically two blockchain projects to the real world at the same time.
Oh, I mean, you seem like a really ambitious company. And I think maybe some of it also stems from yourself. You seem an ambitious type yourself. What's your mission in blockchain? I sense you're a man on a mission.
Yeah, definitely. So for me, it's becoming the number one in my niche. I took a particularly niche. So where we focus on is basically process optimization, how to make processes that go between multiple stakeholders, how to make that more efficient. So everybody has been focusing for 20 years, like making their own data silos more efficient. So internally, everything is super streamlined. The second you start working outside of your own silo with multiple companies, then it's really slow. People sending emails, paperwork, giving each other status update by fax, telephone, whatever. So we can make this process go way faster. So using LTO Network, we can bring a lot of process efficiency to the processes that run outside of your organization. So bringing this next level of efficiency, that's our goal for the next 5 years, and become number one in the niche. So yeah, I think we're on a good mission there. We're already like top 20 most used blockchains worldwide. So I think we will get there.
Well, listen, I wish you all the best. You're not going to need any help from me, but I wish you all the best. And where can we find out more? Direct us to your website and direct us to anything good about LTO.
Okay,
Oh,
so
sorry.
I would say like ltonetwork.com.
Yeah.
That's the website. You can find out where we're traded, where you can download the tech stack. You can check out and run a node, participate in staking programs, and also what is really
Staking
important is
programs before I didn't hear about that. What's going on there?
yes. Okay, so we have a staking program, obviously. So we've mainnet is live since January 2019. And mainnet allows you to stake. We have a proof of stake concept, least proof of stake. So we have about 150 nodes with people who are staking on the network, non-inflationary. So we have about 9% APR on our network. So people are like holding tokens, earning 9% APR, basically coming from paid
That's
transactions
actually
of
pretty good
clients.
compared to other staking programs, to be
Yeah, and
honest.
it's not that we pay for that. That's clients using the fabric, which are paying transaction fees to the people who are maintaining the network. So that's like your dream coming true, right? So a decentralized ecosystem is the most important thing to have your fabric running for the next decades, right? So you need an economic incentive in order to have your fabric, to become an ecosystem and to keep that fabric alive indefinite. So in theory, I should not be important anymore. My team should not be important anymore to the project. Eventually, of course, we're doing everything we can to make it as cool as possible. But you need clients willing to pay for a product. If you don't have that, you have no right of existence. Like it doesn't matter how high APR is, your money will eventually dry up. So you need that economic model that works. And I think we hit the nail there. We really worked hard on our token economy to make it basically indefinite. So we are already on a 9% APR from actual clients paying for transactions on LTO Network.
Well,
Yeah,
thanks.
that's cool.
Yeah,
Telegram is also really important. At LTO Network, there you will find us.
I'll put it in the link and description underneath. Rick, thank you so much for taking time out to speak to me today. I've learned a lot. And yeah, if you like what we've been talking about today, please like and subscribe to the channel. Find Rick, as you said, on his Telegram channel. I will leave, or the LTO Network on the Telegram channel. I'll leave it in a link and description below. Good luck. And I hope to speak to you in the future and find out how far you've come in a month or two.
Cool, man. Nice talking to you, man.
All right. Cheers, Rick.